Sir, join another session.
This call is now being recorded.
Yes, sir. Join. Sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Venkat Subbareddy garu.
Sir, good morning. Very sir.
Good morning. Hello. How are you, sir?
Am I audible,
Yes,
sir?
sir.
My voice is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It is audible. You're audible.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
fine.
Thank you, sir.
Can we start, sir?
Yeah, absolutely, sir.
Please, yeah, we'll start.
Sorry. Okay. Good morning to everyone. I am Dr. K. Sai Venu Pratap, convener of Institutions Innovation Council, Aditya College of Engineering, Madanpalli. A warm welcome to all the students, faculty members, and organizers joining us today. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the one-day online workshop on product market fit, process design, MVP development organized by the IIC and Aditya Electronics Club. We honored to have Dr. K. Venkat Subbareddy, who is the founder and director of CEEP Research Labs Private Limited, IIT Tirupati. As today's resource person, his experience and guidance in research, innovation, and product development will be very useful for all the participants. Today's session will help us to learn about the product market fit, customer validation, product prototype and process design, strategies for successful MVP development. I encourage everyone to participate actively and make the best use of this learning opportunity. Once again, I warmly welcome our speaker, faculty members, and all the participants. I wish this workshop a great success and a valuable learning experience for everyone. Now I request our beloved principal, sir, Dr. P. Raidu, sir, to share few words about the session.
Yeah, good morning, all participants. On behalf of the management and our director, sir, Dr. S. Ramlinga Reddy garu, I welcome you all for today's session. Prior to this session begins, I must thank our AIDS HOD, Dr. Mohammad Shafi, for introducing Venkat Subbareddy garu to the institution, and further, since long we were discussing, Shafi sir and myself, to visit IIT Tirupati, but he has taken first step to visit. Then he brought the resources. Very good. Appreciate Dr. Muhammad Shafi sir for introducing valuable resource persons to the campus. Then in continuation with that, we visited myself and Dr. Gangadhar Reddy garu, IIT campus again. We spoken with the director of program director of that IIT Startup Incubation Center. Then we are planning some other big things. Now, again, once again, I thank Dr. Mohammad Shafi for this. Then now I request Venkat Subbareddy garu, to take over the session. Prior to that, again, let me thank him for his support during our visit, and also accepting to address all the students on this particular topic. That's, this minimum viable product is something where you can assess whether it's a feasibility in making, or it's a feasibility making it commercialization. That will be the topics, whether you can go for the business or you can drop the business. Maybe that kind of decisions also can be discussed during the session. Also, to make it viable, what are the steps to be taken may also be considered, discussed during the session. And I wish all the students to pay attention and learn. Okay. Once again, I thank you, Venkat Subbareddy garu, for accepting our invitation. Please take over the session. I think you need to unmute yourself, sir, Venkat Subbareddy sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right, sir. Thank you so much for providing this opportunity, sir, to provide a session related to product market fit, especially for students. very much required in this new era of Gen Z generation and startup power. The student has to learn, they have to get more awareness about what is the real face of the startups, what is the real meaning of entrepreneurship, how they have to get into this game, what are the phases, what are the challenges they have to face, and so all these things they need to know before entering into this startup era. So I hope this session will give a lot of information to the students, and especially I'm very thankful. Thank you so much for Dr. Raidu sir for providing this opportunity, and simultaneously I'm also thanking the faculty of Aditya Engineering College, Madanpalli, and management for providing this opportunity. Thank you. So I'll start the session. So before that, I'll share the presentation, and through presentation, I'll try to explain. So what's the product market fit, what is the process, and what is MVP. So okay. Right, sir. I know the screen is visible, sir.
It is visible. Visible, but please play into slides. Slides.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now, yes, it is fine now.
Right, sir. So, like, just, I hope that almost all the participants are students. They're from third year, final year. And I think that some of the students are from second year, first year also.
Faculty also joined, sir. There are few faculty also joined.
Sir?
Very few faculty.
Oh, fantastic, sir.
Yes.
Yes, it's nice to hear that faculty is interested in startup ecosystem. Really, sir, all the best for all the participants. So, like, I feel that nowadays, the new era of startup ecosystem, new era of entrepreneurship, new era of independency is going on nowadays. So much encouragement is there from government side as well as from private sector side for encouraging the entrepreneurship. So recently, our honorable chief minister also, he said, one entrepreneurship from every home. So he had given one statement like every one entrepreneur needs to come from one home. So this is the motto. So means encouragement is third level. So the government hardly they are trying to push to encourage the entrepreneurship activities from the student age onwards. So even first years or second years, they can also pitch their ideas. They can also build their products. They can also to solve some problems in the market or to solve the real pain points of the society. So this is a kind of encouragement giving from all the directions. So I also request all of the students to think about the independency. So nowadays AI is also booming a lot. So recently you may heard about so many layoffs from all the MNC companies. So my suggestion is that then the situation is like this now. So in the future, it may become a little bit more complicated about the jobs. So then you must be prepared to face all these issues. And for that purpose, independency is very important. If you are an individual and independent entrepreneur, then I strongly say that you cannot depend on all these jobs. You may not worry about the layoffs, all these things. So that's why this entrepreneurship is a kind of independent journey. So if you go with independent journey, definitely everything will be in your hands, and you no need to worry about the jobs, all those things. Especially, I feel that some of the students will feel more excited about the placements in the final year. So you read the same subject, the same engineering subject for 4 years. I feel that you have to build a strong knowledge, a strong confidence over such subject or domain. For example, if a student is coming out from electronics and communication engineering department, then definitely by the end of 4th year, he must be confident that he can build something in the ECE where the society is required. Whatever the sector, health sector, society sector, surveillance sector, defense sector, any sector, ECE domain, ECE or CS engineering has lot of possibilities to build the products, to solve the so many real pain points. So I feel strongly that a student has to become very much confident by the end of final year, or itself they may become in the 3rd year also. By the end of 3rd year, they have to become very much strong, confident that whatever the knowledge they gained in these 3 or 4 years, definitely they can solve some problems. They can solve some real pain points in the society. This much confidence you need to build nowadays. Earlier, earlier 10 years back, so this kind of advanced technologies are not available. Advanced resources are very less available. So at that time, the people are thinking about the job. They are thinking about the survivability means okay. But now, so many resources are available. So much mentorship is available, and government is also trying very hard to encourage all these activities. So my suggestion is to think about this. You have to become confident by the end of final year. So that is a small motivation from my side about entrepreneurship. So now if you are entering into the entrepreneurship sector, if you are entering into this segment, so definitely you need to take care about some basics. So what is the real phase of the entrepreneurship? How an entrepreneur journey will begins? What are the hurdles an entrepreneur will face during this journey, both in terms of technical as well as in terms of business also. So definitely an engineer cannot be a best business person. Some people may have both talents, but engineer can be a best engineer, maybe a slight business person. So in that case, you need a team. You need a strong collaboration. You need a strong team who can take care of multiple responsibilities. Like if you want to take care of the technical, then your team must have a strong person who has full knowledge about the business model of your product. So I suggest you need to build a team in that way. So all these things you need to think about it. So what kind of team we have, what kind of expertise we have. So up to what is the time we can fix to develop the solution or product so that we can enter into the market. So whether the market is required for this product or not. So all these things, so many things you need to think, and you need to do a very great paperwork before entering into this entrepreneurship journey. So today we will discuss about some basic elements of this entrepreneurial journey, like product market fit, prototype or process design, and MVP development. So these are initial elements of the entrepreneurial journey. Means some other terms you will see product or business model. So these are called advanced, scaling up. So these are advanced terminologies in the entrepreneurial journey. But here, whatever you are seeing, they're basic. If you are perfect, if you are strong, confident about these terminologies in the early stage of the entrepreneurial journey, definitely you'll become a successful entrepreneur. Nowadays, so many startups you are seeing, we will explain, like today we will discuss how they learned about all these basic parameters and what is the real journey, or what is the real things which make them to success by carefully doing all these basic entities. Okay, so now we'll start. Right. So today we'll discuss about some key terminologies, like what is the simple definitions of product market fit, what is meant by prototype, and what is meant by MVP. Then we'll discuss about product market fit means what, process and prototype design, MVP development, and simultaneously we will see some case studies also. We'll see some startups. We'll explain about some startups, how they built, what is their product market fit, what is the process they followed during the during the development of their product, and what is their MVP at the initial stages of their product. What is their MVP? Nowadays, you are seeing Swiggy, for example. If you consider Swiggy, everywhere the Swiggy is there. What is their MVP? When they started this journey, they have definitely built an MVP, which is not the Swiggy you are seeing now. This is an advanced product, which is not, this Swiggy is not in the early stages. Early stages, their product was different. They have fine-tuned it a lot. And now the Swiggy, which you are seeing, is a full-fledged product. So definitely, before entering into this entrepreneurial journey, you need to understand what was the first step, what was the first product. You can call it as a prototype. What is a prototype of a product nowadays, which you are seeing a successful product? So such kind of approximately 10 case studies we will discuss today. And finally, so we will give some hands-on challenges today, so that we will see how much you learn today about this product market fit and process, and we'll judge you. Okay. Next. So like this, these are some simple definitions of the product market fit, prototype, and MVP. If you see just one example we kept there, it is called like PMF. What is meant by PMF, and what is meant by prototype, and what is MVP? For example, if it's very simple idea, it is that first of all, product market fit means here we mention like, does anyone wants dosa here? Means let us consider dosa is not there. Dosa is a new product which is idea you got it. So first of all, you need to check whether anybody is want to eat dosa. The thing you need to think about it is, anybody want it. So if you feel that the people are willing to eat, then definitely you need to test its recipe on your own friends. First of all, you need to prepare that dosa. You need to collect all the elements required for the dosa. You prepare the recipe and test on your friends and get the feedback. So that is the one thing, prototype. Then minimum viable product. So the same recipe you test on 10 more plates, like the small kind of mandi kind of thing. Sell a minimum products, minimum doses, like first 10 plates at all only, and get the feedbacks. Means, so this is the, like, somebody don't want to go for traditional breakfast, so they want dosa. Maybe they are suffering from some problems. They are rigorously waiting for some kind of new dish in the market. Let us consider the dosa, which is new idea at present. Now you have to test what is the feedback. So really, it is giving that feeling to the people or not. So that is called MVP, minimum viable product. So if the people again and again they are coming to you, if the people again and again eating your dosa, means you can say that your product has best market fit. Your product is saleable. So in this way, we need to analyze what is the real, whether our product is required, whether our product has demand or not. So that is a simple example. So here you can see the definitions. The PMF means the point at which your product satisfies the strong demand in a specific market. So definitely this is the PMF. So you need to understand whether your product is really satisfying the strong demand in a specific market. So if you consider I'll let you know one example. Swiggy is there. So Swiggy, what is the idea behind the Swiggy? So definitely the Swiggy is not for people who are coming by 4 o'clock to the home and cooking. So definitely this is for some other people who are not able to spend the time for even cooking the food in their homes. Absolutely, if you see the tier 1 cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, software like IT people, I mean the people who are working in MNC are people working in shift-wise. So they don't have time, even though they will get 1 hour or half an hour before to the home, they are tired. So they don't get interest to cook the food and eat. So at that time, they thought, is there any something who can deliver the food to the home from the restaurants. Restaurants are there, people are there to eat, but in medium, there is no kind of bridge kind of thing is not there. There is nobody to give the food, to fetch the food from the restaurant and to give it to them. So this is the pain point. This is the pain point of not all the people in the society. This is the pain point of only some specific people in the market. So this is the point the inventors, the founders of the Swiggy has noticed. And they have developed this only for that people only. They didn't develop a complete web application or app also. At the initial stages, they have developed one simple WhatsApp group with only 10 restaurants and 10 delivery boys and 100 employees. So the way this food delivery apps was started like this, they don't have any this sophisticated app. Nowadays we are seeing Swiggy, it is flexible now. Anybody can book, any restaurant you can book, any type of food you can book. But in the first stage, it was not like that. It is only for, it is evolved to solve only the pain point of specific problems. And they felt that this app, this process means this delivery, online delivery process is really reducing the pain of these MNC employees. So there they find that the product has best market fit. Now, whatever you are seeing now it became a scalable product. Once you feel that it is solving some pain point of some specific market, then there is a chance to scale the product into the market. There's some other people who don't have real pain also can use. Sometimes the people who came to the home by 4 o'clock also can order. So that is a kind of scalable product. So before that, you need to find whether it has market fit or not. Customers coming repeatedly, they are asking to provide the service or not. So this is the way you need to identify whether the product has perfect market fit or not. Okay, this is about PMF. Next, if you come to the prototype or process design. So this is a rough early version of your product built to test an idea. As I said that initially, the Swiggy people didn't develop a web application, didn't develop a mobile app, and didn't connect it. All the restaurants in India, they have contacted physically 10 restaurants and they have just created one WhatsApp group. Means that is the first phase. The objective, meeting the objective is very important. Means food delivery is important. On the time, giving the food to the employees, to the real required users is very important. So for that purpose, that is the process. That is the first process. Delivery is the first process. All the things nowadays which we are seeing, those are all add-on. Those are all added features to that product. But first, delivery is important. Delivery, when the person delivers the food online, so the real pain of the user will get reduced. So that is called process. That is called prototype, which is the core idea or core technology solving the real pain point. Okay. So like that, in simple terms, you can call it as a build a model. Build a model to see if your idea is working or not. So this is the prototype or process design. Next, if you come to the MVP, this is the simple version of the product. This is the simple version of the product that will test and give the feedback. So this is the minimum viable product. So smallest working product you can launch to learn if people want it. So after reducing this real pain in the prototype, now if you want to check what is the feedback, you can develop a small web application with only the 10 restaurants. Now in MVP, the same Swiggy people removed that WhatsApp group and they built a small web application with the same 10 restaurants, and now they launched. It's a kind of, let us consider it's a kind of alpha version of the app. Now they want to test it on the real users. Other than these pain point takers, they want to test on some other users also. For that purpose, they have developed one small app and launched. Now they will collect all the responses and sees the feedback, how the people are responding, how the usability. what kind of feedbacks we are getting from every user. So this is called minimum viable product. It won't have any extra features. It won't have any extra features. It is also your core idea, but in the form of a product. It is not a prototype. It is a form of a product, but with the same core features. That is called minimum viable product. So like this. So these are some basic definitions. Now, when you enter into this entrepreneurial journey on any products or any solutions, ideas, so these are some terminologies which you definitely will hear. So definitely, if you idea, so you found one real-time problem in the society, and now you got a idea to solve it. Now definitely you will go to somewhere. Definitely you will discuss with your friends at the initial stages. Then once you feel that okay, your friend is also like coinciding with you, is also accepting your solution, then you will go for some other people who unknown to you, and you will pitch your idea. You will get the feedbacks, and definitely you need a fund support. So at the time you will go to like investors or incubators, and definitely will pitch your idea to them. And at that time, so in this journey, you will see a lot of this kind of questions. You will see a lot of terminologies. You will hear. For example, value proposition. So definitely, first of all, you need to think about the value proposition. So you find the problem, and you got an idea to solve it, and now you have to check so whether my ideas are my solution, like the idea which I got, this kind of solution available are there in the market. If it is available, then definitely you need to think about your value proposition. What is the new of your idea? If such kind of, if already the problem is solving by some other applications or products in the market, then definitely the people will ask what is the novelty. For example, if you see Swiggy has came first, then Zomato has came. So Swiggy is there. Then why Zomato founders has launched the Zomato again? So what is the USP of the Zomato? People are using both. Nowadays, Ola is also serving the food. Some more other apps also are delivering the food. So many apps are coming. So many applications had came to only give the service about the delivery of the food. So what are their USPs? Still they are surviving. Competition also. Still they are surviving. Means there must be some value proposition. There must be some uniqueness in their product or application. So that you must be very clear. Even though some similar products are available in the market, then you must be very clear about this value proposition. Okay. Then you must be clear about the target market. Which target market you are focusing? The specific group of people of your product is made for. Everything you need to analyze what kind of age you are focusing, what kind of genders you are focusing, what kind of jobs, especially what kind of job related people you are trying to build the solution. So the target market you need to understand. Then customer segment, problem solution thing. So you can see this some basic terminologies. You must be very clear, like user pain point, a frustration or difficulty that your target customer faces repeatedly. So you must be very clear about the user pain point. You need to pitch over that pain point so that the customer will be ready to take your application. Customer will be ready to take your service. Definitely you need to reduce their pain point. Then only they will give repeatedly orders. They will take your services repeatedly. Next, pivot. Pivot means changing your product or idea direction on what you learn from the feedback. For example, this is a pivot means just slightly changing the direction. So you thought that, okay, I got this idea. I will implement the idea in this way so that I can get success. So after developing the prototype or process, you got some feedbacks which are suggesting that like this is not good, this is not fair, some features need to add. So like some feedbacks you will get. So based on the feedbacks, you need to change your direction. That is called a pivot point, or it is called changing point. So you have to change the direction according to the requirements of the user segment or target market segment. So this is very much required. If you are not listening, if you are not caring about the feedbacks getting from the users needs, then definitely your product won't become success. You have to carefully consider the feedback of the end users. Ultimately, they are your buyers. Your business is there. You need to understand what they really want. Okay, now, so according to that, you need to change your idea or direction of the development. Next, iteration. Iteration means it's a kind of repeated things, making one small improvement to your prototype or MVP and testing it again. So now you got a feedback from one user, you changed your product or you changed your direction according to his feedback, and now test the same. After changing, test the same product on the same user and now get the feedback. Then try to understand whether he is giving a positive feedback. When he will give a positive feedback, if he really feels that his pain is reduced, then only he or she will give the positive feedback. So in that way, you need to be in a iterative mode based on the feedbacks getting from the customers. Got it? That is about the iteration. It's not a like any idea or any solution. It cannot be developed in a single phase. Definitely, it will take multiple phases, multiple iterations, because you need to satisfy multiple users. Every user has his or her own opinion about the solution or product which they are using. Okay. Then learn about the traction. What's the traction means? Early evidence that people want your product. Exactly. This is very important. Traction, as much as the traction increases, your confidence level will increase. Means traction means the people are ready to use your product. Today, you sell the product, you sell 10 products. Tomorrow you sell 20 products. Means this shows that the sales are increasing. Means the traction is increasing. Means the people are ready to test your product and the people are ready to use your product. So this is called traction. So that must be high. So here one point you need to understand that the traction should not be like abnormally high at the initial stages. It has to be increased in a slowly, like exponentially. It must be like a exponentially growing. It should not like a linear growing. Means that is again depends upon the marketing. So if you are pitching your product in the greatest marketing way, definitely people will get impressed and they will try to test it. They will try to use it. And that is very important whether you are giving 100% satisfied service or not. Recently, I think in Hyderabad, I experienced when I was in like East area. In our area, one shop was opened, Red Bucket Biryani. So that is the first shop in that area, Red Bucket Biryani. So on the inaugural day, I literally experienced a lot of queue. So many people are waiting for that. All kinds of like sizes they are taking, and the team is also serving. But after 1 week or 10 days, the shop was closed. Literally, I felt that why this much quickly the shop was closed. Means the early traction is very high. Means you can't imagine. I waited up to 1 hour to get one bucket biryani. That much queue was there on the inaugural day. It was there up to 2 to 3 days. But suddenly after 10 days, I had seen that the shop was closed. The reason is that as the traction is increasing, you should not compromise on the quality. You should not compromise on the quality of the product or service. You need to. Otherwise, you plan according to that. Don't attract too many people at your early stages. That will become definitely a negative feedback. Next, even though if you after like, let us consider the shop was closed and after 2 months, it was opened again. But people won't get trust. People can't believe. So that is the main problem. So you must be very careful. Definitely, after entering into this business, everybody will feel that, okay, we have to earn a lot of money. We have to impress all the customers. So all these ideas will be there, but you must be very careful. When the traction is increasing, you should not compromise on the quality. That is the major drawback of especially some of the products. Their early traction is super. One more product, exactly the similar kind of product I had seen. They have launched the product and they got too many sales. Now it is not there in the market. The problem I observed there that the product is solving every problem, means it has all the features. In the first launch itself, they covered all the features. Now there is no scope to enhance the product. In the first phase itself, if a product is giving all the features to you, all the benefits to you, then the company don't have to enhance the product. Am I correct? Like mobile phones, now you are seeing version 1, version 2, 11 Pro, 11. So what is that? 11. After that, 11 Pro will come, 12 Pro will come. What is that enhancement? The business idea must be like this. There must be some scope to enhance the product and release as a version 2. Definitely that is required. We don't do all the things in a single product. You make it plan up to 5 to 6 years. So within the 5 years, this is my final product. So for all the 5 years, just go with deployment and enhancements, deployments and enhancements. In that way, you need to do the traction. So at the traction, you must be very careful because it is very important to build a successful business. Then lean startup. Lean startup is a small venture. Build a small version, measure how users react, learn the feedbacks, improve, and repeat the same process again and again until that customer will feel a satisfied result. Next, customer discovery. Talking to real potential users before building anything to understand their problem. So this is also very important. First of all, if you got any idea or solution in your brain, don't go for development directly. Don't start coding. Just go and talk to the customers. Go and talk to the pain pointers. You have observed the pain now? Now talk to the pain pointers. For example, in Bangalore, the main problem is traffic congestion. So definitely you can talk with all the two-wheeler persons, four-wheeler persons. So what is your pain point? What you are feeling when you stuck in the traffic? So there you will get the real pain points and then start thinking about the solution. How I can develop a novel solution, how I can develop a unique solution to reduce this customer's pain point. So in that way, you have to build. So don't go for coding, don't go for tool design, don't go for CAD design. So don't do any engineering related things without talking to the real customers. So this is very important. It will waste your time without talking to the real customers. If you are starting, because as an engineer, I can understand you people are very interested about the coding. You people are very interested about the designing and development because that is actually fashion for an engineer. But the thing, you are engineer come entrepreneur. You want to become an engineer come entrepreneur. But if you want to play an entrepreneur role, you need to think like an entrepreneur also. You need to think like a small business holder or business person. So a business person, don't do anything. Have you seen any business tycoon doing the coding? Anil Ambani had done the coding? Adani had done the coding? No. Their thought process is different. So like that. So if you want to be a successful business person, definitely you must be ready to interact with the people. You must be ready to exchange your ideas, all the things. Interaction is very important. Networking is very important. So this is the one thing you need to remember to become a successful business person. Next, validated learning. Proof from real user data that your assumption about the market was correct or wrong. So this will come. Validated learning means like you find the pain point, you develop a small process, you test it on the users. Now, after interacting with the users who used your product, then you can validate what is your assumption. Like you thought that, okay, my process will solve the pain. Now, somebody needs to be there saying that their pain was really reduced. That is called validation, means verification. You need to verify the assumption which you did is correct or not. That is definitely will come from the real user data, those used your application or product. Next, unit economics. This is about the how much amount you are getting. So how much like amount you spend on the development of the product or marketing, and how much returns you are getting. Single product, how much you will get. If you want to, like, some products will be there for single product also, they will get 50% margin. But some products will be there, they need to scale up. They need to buy in big number. Then only they will get good benefits. So that is called unit economics. You need to understand your product is which kind, a single product kind or scalable product kind. So this is also very important to understand to get a good revenue. Next, product channel fit. So this is also important. Digital marketing means marketing kind of thing. So whether you are approaching a right channel or right social media to market about your product. So like if you are to sell an indigenous popcorn, then definitely you need to approach to whom? Cinema theaters. Because the popcorn, mostly the people coming to movies, they will purchase the popcorn. If you want to get more sales in the popcorn, the best platform is cinema theater. Put one advertisement about the popcorn in every theater. Give some money and put advertisement in theaters. Definitely your popcorn sale will increase. So that is important. Where product channel fit is there. Are you approaching a right social media to market your product? That is also important. Next, churn rate. Churn rate means the percentage of the users who stop your product each month. Churn means it's a kind of negative feedback to you. So you must be very careful that how many people are leaving to use your product. Low churn rate, good PMF. Means if the person likes your product, he'll repeatedly use. He don't leave your product. For example, toothpaste is there. Colgate or Close-Up toothpaste is there. If you are addicted to the Colgate toothpaste, then it is not that much easy to shift to Close-Up. Just think once. Is it correct or not? It is not that much easy. 90% people won't shift their ideas, won't change their opinions night by night. They will take some time. That is the thing. So the churn rate, the people who are using your product must be less. And that's what I am saying. Low churn is equal to good product market fit. Then wireframe, a simple sketch showing how a digital product's screen will look and work. So definitely you need to build a wireframe, a kind of architecture, how your digital product screen will look and work. So these are some basic terminologies, basic terms you need to understand when you are entering into this journey. So this is a simple comparison table. What is the product market fit? So if you are not working on the product market fit, so left hand side you can see these drawbacks. If you are not working on a product market fit, so definitely you must push hard to convince every customer, because that is your idea. You need to push. If you are doing product market fit, then no need to put that much effort. The people themselves, they will come and buy your product. So that is the product market fit. There you need to really understand whether our product is required for market or not. This is very important. So if it is not required, then definitely you need to push hard. If it is required, no need. Nowadays, nobody is like for basic products. For basic products, no need of that much marketing. No need of that much marketing, because every customer in the society required that kind of basic products. For example, if you see like grains are there, basic food items are there. So nobody will market about that. Like for example, if you see coming to the education sector, IIT won't brand. IIT won't brand because they feel that they have market. Like this is an example. Similarly, if you see the basic products don't need any market. To increase the sales, some business people will do, but basically they not, even though if Colgate app, Close-Up app, they are not doing marketing nowadays, their sales will stop. Definitely no. maybe little bit reduction will be there, little bit less sales will be there, but sales won't get stopped because that is already has lot of product market fit. So much customer base already has built. So many people are using. Even though if it is not the product, the advertisement is not coming in the television, the people will buy. There is no doubt in that. So that is the way. Product market fit is very important. So before product market fit, you will face high churn. Means most of the people will leave. They will try and they will leave. If they feel that it is not reducing their pain. But after PMF, it is very high. Users will return to use the same product. High churn rate will be there. Sorry, low churn rate will be there. The people won't leave your product or service. They will use your product for multiple times. Need heavy discounting to sell. But after PMF, no need. Users will pay by giving extra price also. Because it is giving convenience to them. It is giving satisfaction to them. Definitely they will pay 1 rupee more and they will purchase your product. So that is product market fit. Sales feels like convincing. Means if you want to sell one product, it feels like convincing the customer. It should not be convincing. It must be an order taking. The customer has to come on its own and has to put an order. So that is the real sale. Convincing the customer is not a full sale, is not a complete meaning of the sale. At the initial stages, you can convince, but once you feel that your product has market fit, then definitely no need of convincing now. With your browser itself, the customer will get convinced. So that is important. You are not sure what to build next. If you feel that before PMF, product market fit is not there, you don't know what to build next exactly. But after product market fit, you will get a lot of feedbacks. Somebody will suggest that, okay, the product is like this, you can add extra features into this product. So then definitely you will have an idea what enhancement we can do. So this idea you will get if your product is having good product market fit. So like this, these are some advantages and disadvantages with and without PMF. So next, how to find a product market fit? It's a completely 6-step process. The first step is identify a real problem. So to find out whether the product is putting to market or not, these 6 steps you need to do. The first step is identify a real problem. So how can you identify a real-time problem? Means definitely talking with the people in your target group. Where you find the pain, so definitely you need to reach them. You need to talk them and you need to identify a real pain point, a real problem, what they are facing. So ask what is the hardest part of your domain. Like as example, I said in Bangalore, if anybody is stuck in the traffic, then definitely you have to ask that what is the hardest part of your journey. Means at which place you are feeling more congestion, which area, electronic city, like otherwise, which area you are feeling more congestion. So like that, you will get the idea about the problem. Don't discuss about the solution. Just try to understand the problem only. While talking to everybody, while talking to real target people, don't discuss about your solution. Just find out what's their experience, what's their real pain. Then after finding the problem, then you need to define your target customer. So you have interacted 20 to 30 people. Now that kind of people will be more. Means a common pain point is there. So that common, you need to identify who are such kind of common people. What kind of people are facing the same problem. So that is called the target customers. Who exactly has this problem most? What is their age? What's their job? What's their income? From where they are? So all these things you need to understand. So that is called target customer base. Then write your value proposition. So before this value proposition, you need to understand. So is there any solution to solve this problem? Is there any idea already available in the market to solve this problem. So then if you find that some solutions are available, then definitely you need to write about the value proposition. What is the uniqueness? What is the value proposition of your solution or idea to solve that real problem? Like for customer, which problem your product is solving, unlike the available solutions in the market. So that is the value proposition. Then once you are clear about the value proposition, then go for coding, then go for building and testing the prototype. Build a small version with core idea. That idea has to solve the core problem and test on the same target customer segment. Then launch a small MVP and then measure, learn, pivot and scale. So once you launch the MVP, so definitely you will get the feedbacks. You will get lot of information. You will get lot of feedbacks from the users. Try to understand what the feedback is giving. Is it is giving a positive feedback or negative feedback? Are they suggesting any improvements? Are they suggesting really their pain point is increasing or decreasing? So try to understand all these things, learn from that, pivot it and scale it. So if you feel that if all the customers are saying the product is very good, even at MVP level, all the customers are satisfied with your core idea, then definitely the next step is scale it up. Sell the same product to some more users. Like that you can scale it. If somebody is saying the product is not up to the mark, then you have to change your direction and you have to move on. So for that purpose, you need to fix some numbers. So if retention less than 30%, go to step 1. Means if, for example, you have tested on 100 members. Out of that 100 members, 30% people, less than 30% people are saying that retention means they are not satisfied. So definitely the idea, the problem which you identified is not a valid problem. You need to identify a new problem and you have to go for step 1 again. If the retention greater than 40% plus referrals are going, means 40% out of 100, 40% customers are giving positive feedback and they are ready to refer our product to their friends or their family. Then you can call it as you are close to product market fit. Means your product has market fit. Then you can go for scale. So this is the 6-step process to find whether your product is fitting to the market or not. This is very important. So PMF tools and metrics. So these are some tools and metrics. So mathematical analysis, retention rate, NPS score, churn rate, organic growth, revenue growth. So these are some performance metrics to measure the product market fit. So what extent the product is fit to the market. So if you consider retention rate, if users don't return, your product does not fit their life. Means if they are using once and they are leaving your product, means that retention rate is high. So then your PMF is very less. Next, NPS score, net promoter score. Net promoter score must be greater than 50. Means one user has used your product and now he is ready to promote. Means out of 100 customers, it must be greater than 50. At least 50 users are ready to promote your product. That is called NPS score. Then only you can feel that your product has good market fit. High NPS, strong word of mouth. Means the people has to say orally, you can use this product. That's all. In that way, they have to recommend. So that must be greater than 50. Churn rate, less than 5% per month. So churn rate means the people leaving your product must be less than 5%. Okay, out of 100 customers, that 5% may leave the product because of so many reasons, financial conditions, mobility, so many reasons will be there. 5% is acceptable. 5% people may leave your product and new people may join. So that must be less than 5%. So churn rate must be less than 5%. And next, organic growth. It must be 30% of new users come from referrals. This is very important. As I said that NPS score, at least out of 100 customers, 50 customers are willing to promote your product. So if 50 promoters, 50 users are promoting your, means at least 30 new inquiries has to come to you. That is called organic growth. It must be minimum greater than 30%. Means out of 50, if there are 50 users are promoting to some one more 100 people, then from the 100, at least you are getting greater than 30%, then definitely you can say that your product has good market fit. Next, revenue growth. So revenue growth must be 20 to 30% of month over month. Means the first like basic thing is, if you are getting a constant revenue every month, it is okay. But if it is increasing, then you can say that your product has good market fit and your customer base is increasing. The people are happy with your product. The people are ready to use your product, so that they will purchase and your revenue will get increased. So it should not reduce. So it must be minimum 20 to 30%. Let's consider this month you got 100 rupees. Next month, no need of getting 200 rupees. Minimum you need to get 120 rupees. That is revenue growth. Means 20% sales were increased. That is also shows a good market fit. It is about the performance metrics and tools to find the MEF. Means, so these are all the through different forms. Like customer feedbacks, you can do customer delivery surveys. So you can engage somebody, you can engage field employees to do this survey. So wherever your product is getting sold, so you can deploy some people and get the opinions of the customers who are using. So that is the customer delivery services. Next, beautiful interview questionnaires. Like you can conduct some podcast. So if you feel that like one customer is repeatedly using, every month he is using your product, you can conduct a podcast and you can market your product through him. So he will give all the positive. Next, track user behavior in apps. See what users click and ignore. So this is a hard jar. See what users click and ignore. So through this also you can find out. So how PNL of your product is there. So just whether they are clicking and ignoring, or they are registering and taking your product. Log customer interview notes. Find what real users complain about. So these are some examples, are example tools, free tools to find the product market fit. So types of prototypes. So from paper to product. So these are the total 6 types of prototypes. So which you can feel, and here we have mentioned what is the approximate charge, what is the approximate cost you need to put, and what is the approximate time you need to spend to develop this prototype. So the first prototype is paper prototype. So it is nothing but a sketching. Take a pen and paper, first draw a raw sketch on the paper about the flow of your product or layout. So what's your solution? How it looks like? What is the skeleton of your idea? So which module you have to come? What kind of input data you need? After input data, which module you need to insert? After that, what? So prepare one skeleton, prepare one general structure on the paper. This is the first prototype, and it will hardly, if you are an engineer, like definitely you can take 1 to 2 hours. You don't take more than 1 to 2 hours to draw it's a kind of block diagram. I think you know all the major projects and mini projects now. So how much time you will take to draw a general block diagram? It hardly takes half an hour to 1 hour. If you are clear about the subject, definitely it will take hardly 1 to 2 hours. So that is the paper prototype. Then digital wireframe. So this will take 1 to 3 days. And what is it means? It is a black and white digital screen showing layout with the design. So then you need to think about the digital wireframe. Means you need to connect all the modules. From which module is getting connected, what kind of input is coming, what it is giving as an output. Every module you need to design the wireframe. Which input, which output, it is connected to which module, how it is connected. So this kind of connection, network connection, you need to build at this phase. It is It will take hardly 1 to 3 days. Then you can go for physical or 3D mockup. Physical model. You need to build a simple physical model, a physical model of your product using a foam, cardboard, or 3D print. So 3D print, okay, it will take a little bit, that too depends upon the product. We can develop your product on the foam or cardboard. So that is the physical mockup. So to show, to visualize really how it looks like. So how much length you need to put, how much width you need to put, how much, like whether it is in a cube shape, triangle shape, what shape it is. So to understand the real visualization, you need to build one small physical or 3D mockup of your product. So that will charge around 200 to 2000. If it's a small product now, so even if we go for 3D print, it will be less charge and it will take 1 to 5 days because you need to use some digital tools like CAD, all these kinds of tools you need to use to build that physical model. Next, clickable prototype. So once the physical mockup is ready, then we can go for clickable prototype. Means it is nothing but application. The product is now ready. Now you need to digitalize it. So you need to digitalize the output and input of that product. Means if you want to get into the market about this product, so physical products are different, and like under this fourth point, I can say almost all the SaaS applications, software as a service applications, whatever you are developing, applications and mobile applications, web applications, tools, so purely software related. So these are applicable SaaS platforms, software as a service. Okay, so this kind of applications you can see here. Next, functional prototype. So a working version with limited features. Electronics. You can see functional prototype means which is really working. If anybody application, so it has to inputs and it has to give an output to him. Build that. You are building one functional prototype of the water quality monitoring. So for this water quality monitoring, you need minimum 2 sensors. Humidity sensor is required and pH sensor is required. So the 2 sensors needs to be integrated with one controller, and that controller has to give one output, what is the quality of the water. This is the simple functional prototype. So it will cost around 500 to 5,000 rupees and it will take 1 to 4 weeks. The whole idea is, for example, the same water quality monitoring, the bigger idea is to propose to give one dedicated IoT related product to the government. So the government will deploy your product in all the ponds of across the state, and it will measure the quality of the water periodically. So that is the bigger product. That product, you are preparing the small prototype. The main core idea of this product is there must be some sensors. They have to provide the information to the controller, and the controller has to give the numbers about the quality of the water. This is the core technology, right? Functional prototype. It will take 500 to 5,000 rupees. Like some sensors you need to buy, some controller you need to buy, some small programming, soldering guns, small peripherals you need to purchase. You need to build the functional prototype, and you have to check whether really sensors are sensing and sending the information and the controller is working. So in that way, you need to build the functional prototype. So that will take definitely a little bit more time. It is maybe approximately 1 month or 1.5 months, and it will take some amount also because you need to buy the peripherals. So that is about the functional prototype. Next, wizard of OZ prototype. So it will take 1 day. A fake automated system where a human manually does what the machine do, users don't know. So this is a kind of chatbots, AML ideas, chatbots. It will take very less time. So for that product, if anybody wants to know more information about your product, then definitely there must be some interaction module. So that is called a chatbot. So that will take definitely less than 1 day to build a complete chatbot like FAQs, frequently asked questions. So it will take very less time. So that is also one kind of prototype. So these are about the different types of prototypes. So next, how to design a prototype step by step. First of all, share your core assumption So this is a complete 6-step cycle to design a prototype. So first of all, the first step is state your core assumption. Means after finding the problem, you need to think about the solution. Which means that solution, you don't give any guarantee that solution will work. It is purely your assumption. Means then you have you are believing that. You have to state like that. We believe that user will do this because of this reason. This one assumption must be tested by your prototype, nothing else. Means you are thinking that the customer pain, the user pain is this, and my solution will reduce this pain in this way, in some way. So this is your assumption. So this may or may not work. So this is your initial assumption. Based on that assumption, you will develop the product and test. So that is the first step. Next, choose the prototype type. So whether it is a SaaS platform, whether it is a hardware prototype, or just a simple wireframe or a simple chartboard, depends upon the problem and the idea which you got. You need to identify which prototype is suitable to solve this problem, whether it is a hardware or whether it is a software or whether it is a simple paper related. So this is the second step. You need to choose the type of the prototype. So that is also very important, because you cannot give a hardware product to a problem where pure software solution is required. For example, human resource management. So what is the necessity of the hardware here? For example, in a big one company is there, they don't have human resource management, so they are not able to identify, they are not able to track the movement of the employees, like when they are coming, when they are going, when they are wasting their time. So this kind of information the management is not getting. So what kind of prototype we can give to solve that problem? It's a simple SaaS platform. It's a simple entry and exit. You can fix an entry and exit point so that you can track easily. So like that, you need to think about which kind of prototype will fit perfectly to solve this problem. So that is also important. Now in the last example, what I said, water quality monitoring, you can't build a SaaS platform, simple SaaS platform to solve that problem. You need definitely hardware, you need sensors, you need controller, you need integration, you need embedded. So all the hardware things you need. So the prototype will change. It must be a functional prototype. So that is the thing. Depends upon the problem which you identified, the prototype type also will change. So that is very important in the second step. Build in time box. Set a deadline, then build the prototype. 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 1 day, 5 days. Build the time, keep the time deadline, and complete the development of that prototype in the deadline. Then go for the test on the real users. Fourth step is test on the real users. Find 5 to 10 real people which are not generally your friends or people who known to you, because definitely your friends and family people will say that nice, the product is very good, the product is nice. But try to avoid friends and family and try to test on the people, real users who really facing this problem. Document every reaction. Once you test it on the real user, then you need to get the feedbacks. You need to get the feedbacks of every user and document it, write it neatly, record it, and iterative and pivot. Work on the feedbacks, change your product or iterate your product, and again test on the same users. So this is the total 6-step process to develop a complete prototype. So next, coming to the MVP. So once this prototype is ready, now you have to go for MVP, minimum viable product. Means minimum real users. Minimum real users you are going to test your product. It came from prototype. Prototype is already done. Now you are going to build a complete product and going to test on the minimum real users. So minimum means smallest possible scope. viable, valuable enough that a real user will want to use it. Product, something you actually ship to real users. It's not just internally, it must be externally. The real users you need to identify and you need to deploy. They must be ready to take your product. So that is called MVP. So why what MVP is not? Like, see, MVP, what is not? So this must be very important. You need to think about it. So what is called MVP and what is not called MVP? So a half-built buggy product does not work properly. MVP means you need to build the complete product. Features are not required. Add-on features are not required, but you need to build the complete product. Like in the past Swiggy example, as I said that initially the prototype, WhatsApp group is a prototype, but web application or mobile application is a product. That is MVP. WhatsApp group is not MVP. Through WhatsApp group also you have tested on real users, but that is not MVP. That is not a product. That is a prototype. The product means somebody who is unknown to you, who is not in your WhatsApp group, can also has the flexibility to use your application. So that is called product. That is called MVP. So that's why we are saying as half built or buggy product does not work properly. Second one, a product with all planned features partially done. Okay, you thought about adding all the features, but only some features are working. When the user click on the feature is not opening. Only some features are working. So that is also called not MVP. It is planned, but not done completely. It is done only partially. Like this. So this is also called not MVP. Third, a prototype. Prototype tests if it works, MVP tests if people want it. So this is the difference. A prototype tests if it works, but MVP tests if people want it. So people want it, then only it is called MVP. It is not to test. It is to use directly. It is not to test. At the prototype level, at the process level, you can test it on the users, but at the MVP level, you cannot test. It is direct use only. Okay, so that's why it is calling as a product. Just try to identify the clear difference between the product and prototype. There is a lot of difference between these two terms. Okay. Next, an internal demo shown to only your team. This is one utter flop. We cannot at all call it as an MVP. Internally showing demo to our team is not at all an MVP. MVP means real users. Remember this, MVP is equal to real users. A product which no way to measure whether users come back. So this is also one important. Your product must be able to fetch the feedback of the users. Definitely you need to prepare one PMF tool or PMF metric to collect the response of the users, to collect the feedback of the users, then only it will become a complete MVP. Otherwise, it is not an MVP. Just launching the application and forgetting, it is not an MVP. Launching the application or launching the product, getting the feedback of the real users also, this makes a complete MVP. So this is the complete meaning of MVP. So you can see this here ladder of the MVP. So concerized MVP, explainer video, landing page MVP, functional MVP, and final product. So in this way, you need to build the MVP of a product. So how to build your MVP? So these are some steps to build MVP of any product. So first step is you have to write the problem statement, and once the problem is identified, then you need to think about the solution. In the solution, during the solution, you need to think what kind of all the features you can add, including the main feature which can solve the overall problem, and simultaneously you can think what are all the other features also you can think. Okay, so this is second step. List all the possible features. Third step, apply Moscow prioritization. So you have to say at this stage, the product must have, should have, could have, won't have, avoid all these words. Should have, no need. Could have, no need, means it may, the product may consist of this feature, the product may consist of that feature. Avoid all these things. Just think about must have. Only must have. This product must have this feature. Means that feature has 99% contribution to reducing the pain of the problem. So that feature must have in your product at the MVP stage. External features may or may not. You can enhance it later. But at this stage, you need to think about the core feature, which can help you to solve the real problem. Then you can go for the type of the MVP. So what kind of MVP you want to? It's a simple web application, or it is a SaaS platform, or it is a simple dashboard, or it is a hardware functional prototype. So choose the type of prototype. Then start building, start doing coding, start doing designing, start doing development, and then define your success metric. Before launching, decide we will call this success. If right. This is very important. Once the product, once the prototype was built, so now think that you are going to test this prototype on the users. So there you need to decide on how many users you are going to test and what way you are thinking that it is a success. Means let us consider after building the prototype, you want to test on 100 users. Now define one threshold value. If I get positive plus positive feedback from at least 50 users, then I will say that my product is success. Like that, you must be very clear. So how many positive responses you are expecting? Don't expect 100% positive responses. It is highly impossible, but fix one threshold value, 60, 70, 80, this much positive percentage I need to get. Then only I will consider my product, my solution has MVP or product market fit is there. So if you are not getting the threshold value, let us consider you expected 80% positive responses out of 100, but you got only 40. Then what you do? What you need to do? Again, you need to go to step 1. Again, you need to find the problem is real or not. Means it won't have pain. If you got only 40% positive response out of 100, it means that it is not the real problem. The people are not suffering. The people are not paining. It is not a problem. Then definitely you need to identify a new problem, or you need to change your ideology. So that is important. So here you need to define your success metric. So this success will get you to know at the initial stages only. When you built the basic prototype and launched, at this stage only you can define the success of your business. You can see your future, up to what extent I am going to build my business. So that's why success metric is very important. Okay. Next, launch, measure, learn. So with God grace, out of 100 responses, 80 responses, we got a positive feedback. So then release for real users. Then it feels that your product has good market fit. Then you can go for a test on the real users. And once real users are using, then track your metric. Interview 3 users after 1 week. Did they come back? Why or why not? So like this, you need to ask the, you need to interact with users periodically. Like this. So this is the complete 7 steps to build the successful MVP. So here we will discuss about some real companies. So I'll just I'll explain 2 to 3. So we'll see the Ola Cabs. So what is the product market fit of Ola Cab? So founders personally experienced the terrible auto or taxi booking pain in Bangalore. confirmed it was universal in the Indian cities. So this is the PMF. So definitely, as we discussed in Bangalore, the main problem is traffic. Nowadays, we are feeling that traffic is very problem. So when Ola Cabs was invented, so they feel that the problem is there is no auto, taxi, or cab or car booking. So if they have such kind of auto booking, then it will be easy for the people. Means I think they felt like they stopped so many autos, but nobody is stopping. So they felt the problem like this. They feel the pain like this. If they have some online application through which we can book the app, then it will be easy now. No need of hurry, no need to stop every auto or every cab. So that is a real pain the founders felt. So that is the product market fit. So what all the people in Bangalore, they thought that, so like us, so many people are suffering. So they are traveling from the east to west, north to south, long distances they are traveling, but they are suffering with no automated booking. So then definitely this kind of customers are so many such kind of customers are available. So they assumed that it was a universal problem in the Indian cities, especially in the tier 1 cities. So then they built a prototype, a basic website form, phone calls to 6 independent taxi drivers, no app. Initially at the time, as I said, that exactly like Swiggy, initially Ola Cabs, they didn't have an application. They didn't have a web application or mobile application. They have simple Google form. Phone calls to 6 independent taxi drivers, manual booking and dispatch by founders. This is the simple prototype they planned at the initial stages. So those who wants to book the cab, they need to fill the Google form. These people, Ola founders will get the Google form and they will assign that to taxi drivers. Those are already connected to them. Here they are saying 6 independent taxi drivers. They hired 6 independent taxi drivers. They assigned all these tasks to them. That's all. The people, the users has to book through Google form. So that is the prototype. Here you need to understand the problem is getting solved. The person who wants to book a cab or taxi, now they have one option. They have one Google form link. Whenever they want to go in the office only, before starting, they will click on the Google form. They will fill from where to where they want to go. Compared to earlier, if this Google form is also not there, what are generally they are doing? They are going down, they are stopping the cabs or autos. This is the problem they are facing. But now with the help of this simple Google form, now they are feeling very happy. Means they have some flexibility. No need to go to there, no need to wait, no need to stop autos, cabs or whatever they see on the road. So the problem, that real pain is getting reduced with a simple Google form. Now just imagine this Google form is reducing this much pain. So that is the product market fit. That is exactly product market fit. So this is the prototype they built with 6 independent taxi drivers, and they had observed the response of the taxi drivers as well as users. And they launched in the Bangalore city with 6 cabs and website form. So they got a positive response during this prototype test, and now they went for MVP development. They developed a small website, even not mobile application. They developed one web application with only 6 cabs, same 6 taxi drivers, 6 cabs, and they experienced repeated bookings and driver supply response to demand. So in that way, they became a successful entrepreneur in the booking, taxi or auto booking sector. So this is the one example of the real companies and real lessons. So one more example you can see, like Zepto is there, Swiggy you can see. So Swiggy is one more best example. Like I'm explaining the well-known unicorns kind of startups. So if you see food delivery for restaurants that had no delivery boys, exactly like in the initial phase of this class, as I explained the Swiggy, so how they built. So restaurants in Bangalore had great food, but there is no delivery. Customers wanted delivery, but who will deliver? There is nobody to deliver because restaurant is 5 to 10 kilometers away from the person who wants to eat the food in the from the same restaurant. Because someday he tasted that food in the restaurant, now he wants to eat the same food from the same restaurant, but there is nobody to deliver. He needs to dress up and he needs to go to that restaurant. So it will take a lot of time. Going 1 hour, coming 1 hour, sitting there 1 hour, 3 to 4 hours gone. So this is the pain problem. This is the pain point. Let us consider the same person came from an office with a lot of tiredness. Then just imagine how much problem it will be. So that is the pain point. So food is there. Restaurants are cooking good food, but they are not serving to all the people. They are not able to serve to all the people. So many people wants to eat the food of the same restaurant because of the positive feedbacks. But who is there to deliver? Who is there to supply? So this is the real pain point of the Swiggy app. So they found this, and they have started with 4 delivery boys on bicycles with only 25 restaurants. Orders taken by phone, no more mobile app, no more Google Form. Just imagine, one person is there who is continuously picking the calls and calling to the delivery boys. Take the call, give the call, take the call, give the call. That's all. So this simple, how much hectic it will be. Just imagine 1 or 2 persons sitting on the table and continuously taking the orders from the people, calling to the delivery boys, calling to the restaurants. This is the prototype. Means the founders themselves did this process. Now they automated by developing MVP. Means they entered themselves to solve this problem. And now they developed this application through MVP. So launched in Koramangala, Bangalore, 25 restaurants, 4 cities for MVP. So during here you can see the clear difference about the prototype and MVP. So at the prototype, the problem is getting solved, but in a different way. There only 4 delivery boys on bicycles, 25 restaurants are connected and orders are taken through the 4. But in the MVP, they are connected with 25 restaurants, but in 4 cities. 6 months, they are taking the orders. They have developed a small application, web application, with 25 restaurants across the 4 cities, and they did this for 6 months. Tracked orders per day, average time delivery, reorders. So based on the feedbacks in these 6 months from the customers, they have fine-tuned their application and successfully developed a complete product. So this is the cycle of every startup who became a successful nowadays you are seeing. So these are some examples about the real-time companies. So like Jaipur Food is there. Some more examples are there. Jaipur Food is there. Byju's, the well-known example for all of you. Byju's Ravindran CAT classes in Bangalore had 1200 students sitting in stadiums. Real demand for engaging. So what he observed? So 1200 students attending for his CAT classes means the demand is there for CAT classes. So that is the real demand. He experienced the demand. It is not a kind of pain, it is a demand. It may be because of his teaching style. It is a necessity of the CAT. So many parameters are there. So because of that, he found a huge demand is there for CAT classes. Now then he recorded his lectures on CD and sold them. So the CAT is important and the way of his teaching is also impressed. So now he recorded his classes, his lectures on the CD and sold them. Student who could not attend class physically loved the video format. So now 1200 students attending. It's a physical maintenance. So many things he needs to take care about, water, basic facilities he need to provide when the students are attending the physical classes. So instead of that, he prepared for the 1200 students also. He recorded his lectures and sold to them. Now they no need to come, no need to travel to the stadium, no need to come to any physical location. They can just purchase the CDs and they can put in their computers and they can experience the same experience what they experienced when they went to physical class. So that there they are getting lot of relaxation. No need of travel. Money waste also getting reduced. So with less cost, like let us consider every the person has to come daily from one place to another place to attend his classes. Let us consider he is getting like expense about 1,000 to 2,000 rupees. Per CD, he will get within 100 or 200 rupees. He can purchase the CD and he can sit in the home and he can view all the same lectures. So there he is able to reduce his expenses also because of this online classes. So there he found the demand and he sold like this. Next, he launched a dedicated application called Byju's with class 10 to 12 content only. So measured time spent per session, average 71 per minute day, exceptionally high. So especially 10 to 12, because we feel that from 10th class onwards up to 12th standard, it is very important to turn our career. The decisions which we are taking during that period, we feel that very important. So the subjects which we are learning, which we are studying during that session, during that 3 years period, definitely the subjects has a lot of impact on us. The knowledge which we are gaining in 10th, 11th and 12th has a lot of impact on our further career. So like the subject he prepared only for 10 to 12 classes and launched the application. So, and he got a full positive response from all the students, especially 10th and 12th, we can experience a lot of crowd because it's a critical period. No? So we can see a lot of demand is there for this kind of classes. As well as some people from Narayana and Chaitanya College, they can see this kind of demand, especially for physics class. There may be only few faculty who are like super specialist in physics. So they will take one. Let us consider. I have experience. I did my intermediate in Guntur. So there was one physics professor. So and Sri Chaitanya has almost 5 to 6 branches are there at that time. So he used to roam to all the branches. He will take 1 hour session in one branch because of his teaching style. He explains very clearly the physics concepts. He explains like beautifully. So he will only cover all the branches. So like that means the demand is like that. The physics subject is like that in that 11th and 12th, the toughness of the subject and the persons who is explaining. So all these parameters, so he analyzed all these parameters, the necessity of the online classes, and he make out this Byju's app based on all these parameters. So these are some examples. So it is again depends upon the case to case. Don't think that every solution has a uniform pattern. Every product has a uniform pattern. Don't think like that. It is fully depend upon the problem which you are identified and the solution which you are proposing to solve the problem. It is independent of idea to idea. Okay, so these are some examples. I explained different types of startups so that you can understand these are independent in nature. Okay, like that. So like Meesho, this is one more best example. Meesho is one more best example. You can feel that like it's a very good startup nowadays. Like the investors for Meesho is they are very good investors. I exactly remember the name. Carla something is there. They are very good investors. They are investing in CultFit, Meesho, Snapdeal, all the biggest startups. The investors have invested. So just imagine when an investor wants to invest his amount into one small startup, then how much confidence he got from that product. Means definitely investors will think about the returns only. 2 rupees, put 2 rupees, get 20 rupees. So generally investments means we will expect more returns now. In short time, we will expect more returns. So they have to just imagine the feel, the feedback they got from the pitch of the founders of the Meesho. This is very like nobody will think that okay, this kind of applications, this kind of product also will shine in the market. The problem is founders found homemakers earning 500 to 2000 per month reselling sarees on Facebook, but there is no platform, there is no logistics, there is no payments. The payments are directly one-to-one. Who is taking, who is selling? Like, you know, OLX, like that. OLX you heard, I think. So like OLX. So for this, there is no. They are just on the Facebook, they are chatting, they are putting their sarees or photos, reselling and getting the amount. So the founders thought that why can't we build a dedicated platform to do this process? Those who wants to buy or those who wants to sell, they can register, they can do their activities through this platform. So then two founders personally helped 50 women list products on Facebook and arrange delivery with one logistics partner. So this is the beautiful solution. So initially they personally helped 50 women. So they approached 50 women and they list out all the products they have and they are willing to resell them. They put on the Facebook, they arranged delivery through one delivery boy, all the products. So those who wants to buy these products, so they are getting the product to their doorstep through this logistics partner. So that is the idea. Here pain point, so here you can see that there is no strong pain point kind of thing, but there is a necessity. Means nowadays, because of these offers, because of so many discounts, even though the festival is there or not, even though the occasion is there or not, the people are simply going and buying clothes. They are using one or twice and they want to move on. And they want to buy new products, new garments or new clothes. Then what about this already weared clothes? So they want to resell and they want to give to the people whom they require. So this is the simple idea. It is not like I can't fully tell like a pain is there, but necessity is there. So for that necessity also, we can build. We can earn from the necessity of the peoples also. So this is the necessity. Homemakers, they want to say like some one middle class woman is there. She can't afford a 10,000 saree. But the 10,000 saree she is getting in 2,000 or 3,000 after some washes. Means that rich women, they are purchasing these sarees 10,000, 20,000, and after one time wear, they want to resell it with a 50% discount. So definitely middle class or lower class will see now, okay, only one time use it now, we can use it. So generally middle class or lower class will think like that, okay, we can use it. Only one time use it now, it has lost a lot of lifetime. So that may be the mindset of the people. So that is the point. This founders catch is the same point only. So here, don't think like that your product or your application is solving a real pain or something. Necessity also will be there. You can think in that orientation also, where the necessity is there or where you can create the necessity. This is also one more way. You can create the necessity and you can earn from there. So these kind of some applications, some of delivery applications. So like that only, beauty products are there. Necessity created. Pain is not there. Necessity created. Or necessity is there. So for that purpose. So there are some startups some startups are evolved based on the necessities only. So not on real pain. So like that. So you may have multiple ideas. Some people really wants to solve the real problems and they want to give some relaxation to the pain takers. And some people will work in a smart way. They don't want to put full hard effort and they want to work in a smart way. So they can think like this also. So these are some examples. So under these case studies, we are trying to cover different types of ideologies, different types of startup ideas where you can become an individual entrepreneur. So this is about the some case studies. So 10 case studies. So what we learned from the all these case studies means some common patterns will be there. So come like do it yourself first. As I said that Swiggy people are founders itself. They had taken the phone calls, they have ordered, they have given orders. So do it yourself first. First you only do. Then you will feel more, then you will get more knowledge, more awareness about the real-time usability. Then video trick, Dropbox proved demand before writing a single line of product code. Measure clicks and signups, not app downloads. So this is video trick. So video trick means no need to develop any product at the first stage. You can build one online video with some 3D design. You can generate one, if you have a full idea about the full structure of the product, you can give the prompt to AI tools. You can develop, you can like, it will give one image to you. So with the help of that image, you can market it. And you can check how many people are seeing that product. How many people are interested to see that product. So based on that, you can see the product market fit is there or not. How many clicking and seeing, how many are ignoring. This is one way. This is the one way to identify the product market fit. Next, start impossibly small. Think that it is not possible, but we are putting little effort, like one apartment, 6 cabs, 10 products, one WhatsApp group. So these are very small. Only one apartment. Restaurant, Swiggy is there. Only it is initially it is serving for only one apartment. Ola is there. Initially they hired only 6 cabs. Now just imagine how many cabs they have at present. At the initial stages, they have only 6 cabs, and Meesho only 10 products, and Swiggy only one WhatsApp group. So start impossibly small. Think that I don't like I want to develop complete product at this stage only. Like that, don't think like that. Start with very small few things, very small. Think that it is highly impossible. I'm just testing myself with this experiment. So do like that. So that will improve your confidence also. Next, find a desperate user. This is very important. So desperate user means who has real pain. For example, Jaipur food you see now, that is a real pain. So many amputees are there. So many people are getting injured, especially if you see like wars, defense side, so many amputees you will see. You don't think they also feel like that, okay, I could have the full leg or full hand so that I'll be like normal person. So many times they thought now, definitely that is a real pain point. So there is a need of some artificial leg or artificial hand, artificial arm to make them to feel they are like normal people. So this is the real pain. Jaipur food is the real pain. So the idea was generated from the real pain of the human beings. So there is a find the desperate user who was really frustrated with the pain. For example, if you see employees in the Bangalore, they are frustrated because of the congestion, because of the traffic congestion. Find out such kind of desperate users and try to build the solutions to relieve their pain. Like that. So this is one more common pattern. And serve underserved segments. Trade, Meesho, Jaipur food, fantastic. Meesho, as I said that middle class, lower class people, they may have some wishes. Okay, sometimes I feel that okay, I can wear like 1 lakh jacket, 1 lakh suit, but I cannot afford. I have the wish, but I'm not able to fulfill it. But I can fulfill in another way. Underserved segments. I'm an underserved because my financial condition is not good. My financial condition, I cannot afford a 1 lakh jacket at present now, but I had a wish. So for underserved segments like us, so this Meesho, Jaipur food, credit, loans. It means loans. It's a loan department kind of thing. Loan giving and taking. So for underserved segments, it is also one type of strategy to solve some problems, to build the entrepreneurship. Next, measure one metric obsessively. Return rate, time spent, repeat orders, like this. So here measure one metric obsessively. So the startups will build on one metric, like time spent. How much the people are spending time, like traveling, spending, like for Byju's, Ramidran classes, 1200 students are coming. How much time they are spending? So with this online application app, that all time spent is gone. So that is one metric. Startup will build on this kind of one metrics. Zepto. So that is also on one metric. It's a repeated orders. So every MVP has exactly one success metric defined in advance. So that is one more common pattern which we can learn from the real case studies. So the complete framework is like this: product market fit, prototype design, and MVP development. If you see product market fit, you need to talk only 20 to 30 potential users. Prototype design, state your core assumption, and MVP, write one problem statement. So these are generic features of the product market fit, prototype design, and MVP development. Like if you see, find the common frustration, write your value proposition, use seal Ellis test, track original referrals. So this is a product market fit, complete framework. Prototype design. First, for prototype design, first of all, you need to design the core assumption, what you are thinking to develop, which prototype you are develop. Then choose the cheapest prototype, cardboard, foam board, 3D printer, through which mode you can build the cheap prototype. And third step is build in very less time. Build the prototype in very less time. Then test it on real users. Observe silently. Don't explain the solution to them. Document confusion moments. So if you feel any confusion is there during the building of the prototype, just write down, and next time see the observations. Like whether the people are also commenting on the same confusion, just note down and fine tune it. So this is the architecture of framework of the prototype design. Next, coming to the MVP development, one problem statement completely, list all the features, apply Masco, keep only must-haves. List all the features initially, but try to put only necessary features or important features at first. Choose MVP type from ladder, then build in 2 to 4 weeks, and define one success metric showing that your product has MVP or not. So this is the complete framework of all the 3 terms. So this is about the complete information about the product market fit, prototype, and MVP. So this is about the complete session. So now we'll try to go for one challenge. So let's see how you can apply the knowledge which you gained in this session to build the complete framework of your own idea. So you can take one screenshot of this, and now we'll apply. We'll give this assignment to you to build the complete framework in the next 45 minutes. Okay. So first you need to define the problem statement. Then you need to build the target customer. Then define the value proposition. Then give the prototype plan. Then build your MVP, and then build your success metric. So this is complete cycle of the today's class. So now we want to see how many people will complete this task. Hello. Yes, sir.
The
So,
session is over, or still is there any pending, sir?
no, sir. Session is over, but this assignment you can give or you can close.
Yes, sir. They will take the assignment, sir. No problem.
Yes, sir. They
Someone
can
has
take this.
yeah, they taken screenshot, sir.
Right, sir. Okay, like assignment, we can give. Now, if anybody has any questions, they can ask.
Okay, sir. If anyone having any queries, please ask the resource person.
Yeah, Mr. Darshan.
Sir, can you tell me the registration, sir? DPIIT registration, how to register?
DPIIT registration we have to do through startup portal, Startup India portal. First of all, you need to get CIN number.
CIN number, sir.
CIN number. So before that, my suggestion is try to approach one CA completely, chartered accountant, and he will help you in all this entire process. First, you need to get director identification numbers. You need to define the proportion of the each director, how many directors you want to put, and what is the proportion of the each director. If you give these numbers and your Aadhaar card, PAN card, and like physical location agreement, what's you are thinking about the name of your company. So all these details, if you give to your CA, he will apply to MCA portal. So
Sir,
once
it can be done with the help of college also, sir? No.
yeah, you can do through college also,
Okay.
not on a college name. Students can do. It is
Student,
no,
no, sir.
like, not on college name, not like that.
Okay.
So if you want to involve the college, so you can put one director from the college. Like you can put principal or management or anybody as one of the director of your startup. Like major stake you can take. For example, if you want to start up your own startup, you can take 70%. So you will be the main director. If it is greater than 50, you'll be the main director. And one more director you can add from the college management, so that you can showcase it's a part of college.
Dr. Venkat Subbarati garu, can I take up this question?
Sure, sir.
Yeah, whoever that question raised, a very good question, really. We are planning, we are already having that one startup cell in the campus, but not, inaugurated so far. But because, there were no, very few students, they come forward, again, they were unable to continue with their innovative idea. Then we could not move to the forward. So we are there to support you. We have one cell, incubation and startup cell we have in the campus at Aditya College of Engineering. Anybody interested, they can approach Dr. Roshni Madam or Sai or myself. You can approach any one of us, so that we'll tell you how to go about, how you can really take the help of the institution, and also how you can register into DPIIT and further steps. All the steps we're going to really support. That is the answer, Subbarati garu. Any others also can raise the questions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Amar Kumar.
Sir. Sir, regarding students, sir, what are the technical and non-technical skills that should students focus for product-based careers? What are the suggestions?
So, engineering students, especially, they can focus on the engineering-related problems. So, technical means, like if any student is from electronics background, so I'll tell I'll tell one example. Like SpO2 sensor you had seen, pulse oximeter.
Yes, sir.
Pulse oximeter you had seen, they will put for this finger. If you go to the hospital, if they want to measure your respiration rate, SpO2, they will put one device here to your finger. That is a simple electronic device. It will give the pulse rate of your body. Pulse oximeter, it is called. Got it? So that is electronics is a novelty in that product. With the help of that simple electronic circuit is there in the device. So there is one novel idea. So in that way they can think. They can develop hardware related products which can serve for the specific community, either healthcare community or defense community or surveillance community. So any specific community the product can serve like that. So engineering my suggestion is that they can build on the depends upon their subject, depends upon their knowledge which they grabbed during their academic course. They can develop the solutions related to them. Like that, for computer science students, they can work on the platforms, web applications. Like now we had seen so many web applications. So they can work on the, it's also technical, computer science technical. So they can work on such kind of products or applications. So non-technical means business kind of thing, pure business ideas, like credit is there, loan. There is a need of somebody to take the responsibility of the loan mechanism. So many people required loans from the banks, but they don't know the procedure, how much they will, principal amount they will get, how much interest they have to pay, what is the EMI structure, what is the bank's norms. So to handle all these things, there must be some one single platform. So coming to the non-technical, so this kind of applications may work. That is a credit. You can see Grow also. Grow is one application is there.